Speedography, volume 2nd, exercise 33, speed 100 word per minute, start. Sir, there have been times when the relevance of Parliament used to get pushed into the background. One party used to have an overall majority. We have also seen days where the whole opposition was in jail in the constitution amendments were passed by a depleted strength. Obviously, those are distant memories, but each one of them has taught us a lesson. As some of the members rightly mentioned, we need the full participation and the cooperation of all in order to effectively run this house. And I am sure your experience as a member of 20-year standing will come as a considerable add. Obviously, the opposition is naturally concerned that the opposition must have a say. It is undoubtedly true. Parliament is a forum. We have also been in a opposition in the past and we have always felt that Parliament is a legitimate forum where in discussions and debates the opposition does get a time and maybe some extra time in order to put forward its views. But ultimately there is a balancing act that has to be performed, and the balancing act is that matters of public interest which the opposition wants to raise or some other members want to raise must be given adequate time. At the same time, there is government business. The country depends on policy which is framed or the legislations which are framed which come up for discussion, and therefore there must be an adequate balance struck between and the two. And I am sure with your wisdom and experience you will be able to strike the balance itself. It is a good principle which my friend and several others have advocated of not passing bills in din. Well, this principle has been strictly adhered to post 2014. Prior to 2014, there was no such principle. I know 21st bills prior to 2014 were passed in the din. The last one was the Andhra Pradesh Reorganization Act, para. Therefore, if this principle has to be adhered to, then as was mentioned yesterday, and this is my specific suggestion, Dr. Radhakrishnan was quoted that Parliament can't be the tyranny of the government. It also can't be the tyranny of the well. Therefore, the balance will have to be struck between adequate time to raise issues of public importance as also to discharge government functions. Once we, the members, are able to have a consensus on how that balance is to be maintained, your jobs as a chair would be very easy, and ultimately we will all be bound your directions. Para. I join my friends in the house in saying please give adequate time for discussion but leave some time for government business also. And I think with that balance we will be able to conduct the function of this house very well. Para. Honorable members, I once again feel sorry that I could not accommodate some of our members who had expressed the desire to speak, as I told you, because of the paucity of time and because we have some more business also before we adjourn sine die, I could not oblige them. Sorry to disappoint you on the very first day itself, but I have taken this decision keeping in view the general mood of the house. All those names would also be there on record. Para. Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Bhai Modi ji, respected Leader of the House Shri Arun Jaitley ji, respected Leader of the Opposition Shri Ghulam Nabi Azad ji, Honorable Deputy Chairman, Ministers, distinguished members of this august House. When I first entered this august House as a member in 1998, I never had even the faintest idea that one day I would have the honor of presiding over this House as its chairperson. This is the beauty and majesty of our parliamentary democracy and its strength as well. It can lift a commoner like me to such an exalted position and offer opportunities to discharge onerous responsibilities that go with this position. Para. I am from a small village, the son of a farmer, even now fond of agriculture, because the basic culture of India is agriculture. I feel proud that I am an agriculturist. From there I had a long journey. You are all aware of it. I had a very humble background. I lost my father and mother at a very young age. I lost my mother when I was 1 year and 3-4 months old. I can't even recollect my mother's face, but keeping in view the responsibilities that have been cast upon me at various levels, I have always tried to do my best. Ultimately, the members of parliament of both the houses have been kind enough to elect me as the Vice President of India.